Next up is the best man speech. Now, this is always a highly anticipated speech of the evening, although there's no pressure obviously on this one following that speech. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's Matt Douglas. Hey, hello everybody. That was a long but very entertaining speech there from Ollie. I've never heard him talk so much in a coherent sort of way. So this is the fifth time today that I've got up off a warm seat with a piece of paper in my hand. My name's Matt. I'm Ollie's brother, and it is my absolute pleasure and honour to be the best man today. Just to let you know, there are of course many other brothers and sisters. There's Chris the elder, then there's myself, there's Rob the younger here, then there's Ollie. Then we have Piers, who's over in Britain. We have Lavinia and Venetia, who are here, who you've seen. And finally, there's Christian the younger, who is also over in Britain, and they both like to be here, the two boys. So that's the whole fandangle. There's a lot of them. Far now, that's right. Okay, so I promised to keep my words brief, as I know a lot of us are here to witness the spectacle that is Ollie's dancing. I don't know if anyone's seen that before, but it is a spectacle. We used to say that he's dancing with an invisible Walkman on because he's dancing to his own song. He's certainly not hearing what we're listening to. I think we'll all agree that Lauren looks 1 in a million today, doesn't she? She looks spectacular. She really does. And Ollie, even though it's plainly obvious that you've copied my outfit, you look nice too. Someone once said that if you ever feel nervous about talking in front of people, then try to think of it like a nudist camp. It's only hard for the first couple of minutes. Yeah. Ollie has some Viagra here, which is interesting. I don't quite know why that's there, but Lauren will find out. Okay, every now and then you get the rare opportunity to talk about a man who was charming, charismatic and funny. However, that day has not yet arrived, and I find myself in fact here to talk about my brother Ollie and his beautiful bride Lauren. So, for those of you who don't know Ollie so well, I'll try to give you a wee overview. His name is Oliver Focko Paulson Courtlang. We just call him Fock for short. He loves it. He was born on the 9th of November, the year of the pig. Interesting. And was extremely young at the time. He was about the size of a baby when he was born. He weighed 8 pounds 2 ounces, so you can see he's really stacked on the weight. Yep. Not like me. It's traditional to link Ollie's birthday to a major world event, but as hard as I looked, I couldn't find anything really of significance, apart from in 1908. The SOS was adopted as the international distress signal. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Use that. Ollie is very well read. He has in fact read all 45 of the Mr. Men books from cover to cover. And he's currently halfway through the Dr. Seuss collection. So he should get there in the end. We mostly grew up on Waiheke Island, where we spent our days building rafts and floating down the rivers and bows and arrows, building bows and arrows to shoot each other's eyes out. We would spend hours and hours sifting through junk at the rubbish dump, which is one of our favourite pastimes. There's quite a few guys here, Nick Young, a few other people who would help us along with that one. We found a lot of great things, jumpers, shoes, socks, a whole lot of things. It didn't end up costing Dad that much money really to bring us up. On one extremely exciting day, a yell from Ollie could be heard echoing across the dump. I think Nick was there at the time. And we all came running. Ollie had found an entire box of Playboys. A brawl ensued, and after successfully fighting us all off, Ollie was last seen running home with his box, and we didn't see him for days. On one occasion, Ollie was feeding the ducks, and being the 70s, he was doing it naked. That's what you did in those days. And a duck, mistakenly and actually totally understandably, Lauren would contest to this, mistook his penis for a tiny little worm. And bit it. How the duck fatted is beyond me, but it did. Yeah, no, it's more. I'll keep going, I think. In his later schooling years, Ollie was shipped off to a Ponce boarding school in Wanganui. He grew out of his pudgy round body and turned into the mature, chiselled Adonis you see before you today. He looks a bit weird at the moment. Not sure why that is. Yeah, son. Ollie and I found ourselves in England together. Ollie working at a school in Ashford and me working for a rental car company in London. Back in New Zealand, and a few years later, we were living together in Motueka, and later Mapua near Nelson, with our good friend Vaughan, who's here today somewhere. Where's Vaughan? There's Vaughan, way at the back. He must have bought you nothing. Nothing at all. What a jerk. Nothing's changed. We quickly gained a reputation as the party house, but Ollie once found himself in the crack when a practical joke he played on a friend called Sticky backfired. Sticky happened to be a mechanic and wanted payback, so one afternoon Ollie came home from flying college to discover that Sticky had taken apart Ollie's entire car. And I mean entire car. He'd taken off the doors, the seats, the bonnet, the wheels, the dash, the boot, and put it up on blocks and put a parts for sale sign in it. Ollie wasn't too happy about it. It was brilliant. It took Ollie many days to put it back together because no one really helped him. Vaughty and I did, of course. We helped him out by taking the piss and drinking our exploding home brew. Which is another story which for a later date. Okay, I've got a few emails to read out. To Lauren. Really, really very sorry I could not marry you myself, so I got one of my mates to do it. Best wishes on your special day, and that's Vaughan, actually. That's a bit embarrassing because he's actually married, so... Never mind. Sticky situation there. Never mind. And here's some serious ones. Ollie and Lauren, hope you're having a wicked day with all your friends and whānau. Ollie, you're a great mate, and I'm so glad you have found true happiness with Lauren. Enjoy it all. Wish I was there. Big love, Jace. Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Courtlang. Many congratulations on your very special day. We all wish we could have been with you. We hope to see you in New Zealand or the UK soon. Have a fantastic time on your honeymoon. Many congratulations again. Lots of love. Piers, Christian, Rachel, Emma, Eileen and Sheila. Ollie's two brothers and sundry. Now, this is a special one and I hope it works. Wishing you both the best on your special day and hope the day has been wonderful. I'm sure, Lauren, you are the most beautiful bride. Our hearts and thoughts are with you. Now you need to open this box. Ollie can open it, you can just, sit there. There's more to come. I don't know if it's going to work. Hey, look at that! Butterflies! A butterfly's life is counted by moments, not minutes, days or months. Now is your moment. Wishing you happiness and success from Megan, Elmira and Steve. Lauren's auntie over in Britain. 21 of them. 21. Look at them all. They've been in there for 3 days, so look at that. That kind of worked. I thought they were dead this morning, they weren't making any noise. They were frozen 2 days ago. Sounds a bit mean to me. Alright. One more. Ollie, we could have been so good together. I will miss our big nights out and long nights by the cool pool, and that's from Graham Norton. Well, he's quite famous, so that's pretty amazing. Yeah. There's another, back in the day, Ollie was a bit different. Still is a bit. Okay, just look at them. Their love is still so pure and simple. Lauren, so pure, and Ollie, so simple. 17 seconds there, that's fine. That's what we timed them at last time. It really is great joy, though, for me to see Ollie and Lauren so happy. I really do believe that Zinni and Tony are looking down with great big beaming smiles. Would you please stand now and join me in a toast? A little bit quicker. Okay, we wish them well for the future and hope they enjoy a long and happy marriage to love and laughter and happily ever after. Lauren and Ollie. Thank you. The end.
And you know that I will love you till I die.